Why aren't you saying anything? Honey, please, anything. Yell at me, ask questions, tell me you hate me, tell me to get away from you. Just say something. Because the silence is worse. The silence makes me think. And thinking is dangerous right now. I can hear my own heartbeat. Well, not mine. The one I borrowed. The one I learned to imitate. It's racing. Humans always talk about fear, but nobody talks about what happens after. That moment when fear becomes a choice, when you decide whether to run or stay. You're still here. The door is right behind you, and you're still here. Why? No, don't answer immediately. I don't want a reflex. I want the truth. Do you think you owe me something? Because you don't. Do you pity me? Please don't. I don't think I could survive that. Or are you just afraid I'll chase you? That's fair. Honestly, that would be a smart assumption. You know what's funny? When I first took her shape, I spent 3 weeks learning how to blink properly. Humans don't realize how much blinking they do. It's constant, tiny, automatic, meaningless. Except it isn't meaningless, not exactly. Everything humans do means something. The way you sit, the way you smile, the way your eyes move when you're lying, the way your shoulders drop when you're tired. You are made from 1,000 little habits, and if you miss even one, people notice. I learned that quickly. At first, I thought wearing a human face would be easy. It wasn't. The face is the easy part. The hard part is becoming someone. I had to learn her favourite foods, her favourite songs, the names of her friends, the stories from her childhood, the way she laughed when she was embarrassed, the way she touched your arm when she wanted reassurance. I studied everything. And I still got things wrong, always got things wrong. The first year was terrifying. Every conversation felt like standing on the edge of a cliff. One wrong answer, one forgotten memory, one mistake, and everything would have ended. Yet, somehow, you never noticed. Or maybe you did. Maybe you just loved her enough to ignore it. Humans do that sometimes. You forgive each other for becoming different. That's something my kind never understood. You're looking at me like you want to ask me something. Go ahead. When did I know? Know what? Oh, when did I know I loved you? That's your question. Not what I am. Not where I came from. Not what happens next. That's the question you choose? You're strange. I think that's why I like you. When did I know? I don't know. That's the honest answer. It wasn't one moment. It wasn't dramatic. There wasn't lightning or music or destiny. It happened slowly, like water wearing away stone. At first, I only noticed your routines, the way you checked every lock before bed, the way you left cabinet doors open, the way you apologised to furniture when you bumped into it. Ridiculous things. And then, one night, you were asleep, and you started crying. Not awake, not consciously, just crying. I didn't understand, so I watched for 6 hours, waiting for you to stop. You kept whispering her name, the real her, over and over. You sounded so broken. And for the first time, I felt guilty. Not because I stole her life, not because I lied, but because I couldn't fix it. I couldn't make you stop hurting. And that feeling stayed. It got bigger. And one day I realised I cared more about your happiness than my own survival. That was when I knew something had gone very wrong. Because creatures like me don't do that. We're not supposed to. We're supposed to consume, adapt, move on, not stay, not love, not grieve, especially not grieve. But I do now. I grieve things before they're gone. I grieve this conversation. I grieve tomorrow. I grieve the look you're giving me right now. Because I know it won't last. Soon you'll decide what I am, and everything changes after that. You keep looking toward the window. No, don't. Please don't. They're closer. You still can't hear them? Lucky. What do they sound like? That's difficult. Imagine listening to a crowd through 3 concrete walls. Imagine hearing voices underwater. Imagine hearing something mimic human speech without understanding language. That's close. They've been circling the house for hours, watching, waiting. They're curious. They've never seen one of us stay this long, never seen one become attached, never seen one tell the truth. I broke too many rules tonight. And now they're interested, which is bad. Very bad. Honey, look at me. If anything happens, I need you to remember something. I am not the dangerous one. I know that's difficult to believe, but I'm not anymore. You made sure of that. But the others... No, never mind. You don't need to know. The less you know about them, the safer you'll be. What? No, you don't get to laugh. Why are you laughing? I just confessed to being an inhuman parasite wearing your beloved wife's face. This isn't funny. What? You think I'm being protective? No, I am not. Stop smiling. This is serious. You always do this. Every argument, every difficult conversation, you find something ridiculous and suddenly nobody can stay angry. It's infuriating. I hated it. At first. Then I started looking forward to it. And that's embarrassing. Don't make that face. You know exactly what face I'm talking about. The one where you're pretending not to enjoy this. The one where you're pretending not to realise you've completely derailed the conversation. You're doing it right now. You're impossible. And somehow, that's making this harder. Because you're acting like... No, never mind. Say it. No, don't. Please don't. Because if you say what I think you're about to say, I don't know what I'll do. You don't care that I'm not human. That's not what you said. You said... No, I heard you. I just don't understand. There's a difference. You knew something was wrong for years. You suspected. You investigated. You measured me. You wrote notes. And you're telling me you stayed anyway. Why? Because you loved me. No, that doesn't make sense. You thought I was a monster, and you stayed. That's irrational, dangerous, human. Gosh, that's such a human answer. You should have left years ago. The first time I slipped. The first time I forgot something important. The first time you caught me staring at the wall for hours. You should have run. But instead, you stayed. Why? Because you were afraid I'd be alone. Oh. That's actually worse. You understand that, right? That might be the most terrifying thing you've said all night. You looked at something wearing your wife's face. Something you knew wasn't human. And your concern was that it might be lonely. Honey, you're not normal. I think that's why this happened. I think something in the universe made a mistake. A creature like me wasn't supposed to meet someone like you. The equation doesn't work. The outcome isn't possible. And yet, here we are. Still sitting on the couch. Still talking. Still pretending this is a marriage. When, by every logical standard, it should have ended years ago. You know, there's something I've never told you. Not because it was dangerous, but because it was selfish. I didn't want to ruin it. Ruin what? The fantasy. The illusion. The life. Take your pick. When I copied her, I didn't get everything. Memories don't transfer perfectly. They're fragmented, damaged, like pages torn from a book. I knew who she was, but there were gaps, thousands of them, and over time those gaps got larger. Pieces disappeared. Details faded. The real her became harder to remember, until, eventually, I couldn't tell where her memories ended and mine began. I don't know which stories belonged to her anymore. I don't know which habits were hers, which parts of this personality are borrowed, and which parts are genuinely me. That's the secret. I stopped pretending a long time ago. Because eventually there wasn't anyone left to imitate. Only me. Whatever me means. That's why I made mistakes. That's why I changed. I wasn't forgetting her. I was becoming myself. And the more human I became, the worse I got at pretending to be human. Funny, isn't it? You hear that? No. There, that sound. Finally, you heard it. Good. Actually, no, not good. That's very bad. They're close enough now. Oh, honey, stand up. Please, I'm serious. Get away from the windows. Now. Thank you. No, don't look outside. Whatever happens, don't look outside. Because if they realise you can see them... No, never mind. Too late. I can feel them. They're right beyond the glass, watching, counting, judging, waiting to see what choice I make. And what choice is that? You. Whether I keep you or let you go. That's the test. That's always been the test. They think attachment is weakness. They think affection is corruption. That I've become defective. Maybe they're right. Because if they touched you, if they hurt you, I don't think I'd react the way I'm supposed to. And that's dangerous for everyone, especially them. Honey, I'm going to ask you something, and I need an honest answer. No lies, no kindness, no pity. Just truth. If I opened that door right now and walked away, if you never saw me again, would you miss me? Why? No, tell me. Why? Because I'm your wife. No, I'm not, am I? Not really, not originally, not technically, not biologically, not legally, probably. Honestly, the paperwork is very confusing, but that's not what you mean, is it? You mean something else, something simpler, something humans understand instinctively. The person who was there, the person who stayed, who shared your life, the person who loved you. That's what makes someone real to you, not where they come from, not what they are, just who they chose to be That's beautiful. And unbelievably stupid, but beautiful. You know, for the first time in 7 years, I wish I were human. Not because being human is better. It isn't. You're fragile, confusing, contradictory, but because then this would be simple. And I could tell you, I love you. And there wouldn't be consequences. There wouldn't be rules. Things waiting outside. There wouldn't be a choice. But I'm not human. And there it is. So here we are, at the end. Or maybe the beginning, I'm not sure which, because something is about to happen. I can feel it. The house can feel it too. Listen. Hear how quiet everything is. No traffic. No wind. No creaking walls. Nothing. The world is holding its breath, just like it did the day I first saw you. And that's never a good sign. Honey, whatever happens next, there's one thing I need you to know. Everything I told you tonight was true. The lies are over. No more pretending. No more masks. No more borrowed memories. Just me. For however long I have left. And if that's only a few minutes, then I'm glad they're yours. Because after 7 years, after all the deception and all the mistakes, all the things I should have done differently, there's one truth I'm finally certain of. The creature wearing your wife's face disappeared a long time ago, and whatever replaced it, whatever impossible thing learned how to wait by the window, how to laugh and how to worry, how to love, it belongs here, with you. Oh, they're coming inside. Honey, move behind me. Now, now.